Wild Skies Shetland presents Unst, the asteroid. In 2007, the astronomer Michel Ory from Switzerland discovered a new asteroid. It can be seen as a small dot moving amongst the stars, travelling around the Sun between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. It was named after a Shetland island, the most northern inhabited island in the UK. One day, Unst the asteroid decided to visit Unst the island, and this is its story.
Way up between Jupiter and Mars, asteroid 394445 is in orbit. This asteroid is called Unst. This is a story about the time when Unst visited Unst. Tired of the constant round and round of the asteroid belt, Unst decided there must be more to see, and boy, were they right. The little asteroid's imagination was captured right away by this tiny island above all others. With beautiful views and Vikings and castles, there was a lot to get excited about. As luck would have it, as Unst began their journey, the resident meteorite was strolling by the sea. Having lived in Unst for a while, the meteorite quickly took on the role of tour guide. He whisked the asteroid off on an adventure like no other. Muna's castle was their first stop. It was built in 1598, and although parts are missing, it still stands tall. On this particular day, the faint sound of a bow across a fiddle led them inside. What a brilliant Unst welcome they received as the ghosties played them traditional music and even gave the asteroid a Shetland dancing lesson. As night flew by and turned into day, the adventure had to continue. The meteorite and asteroid took to the tandem and pressed on down the road. With bleary eyes they stood, and were lucky that the ghostie from the castle was passing by and knew just how to keep the fun going. Across the park and down over the banks they went, and to one of Unst's many beautiful beaches they trudged. There, the Isle of May awaited them, and, with the help of locals, they boarded the boat to sail across the sea and look back at Unst from a different perspective. Unst is thought to be the first footfall of Vikings in the North Atlantic. And luckily for Ghosty and the asteroid, when they arrived in the cold afternoon, 2 local Vikings were there to warm them up with sheepskin blankets. The Vikings showed them their ship and longhouse and told them all about the Viking heritage of Unst. Again, time flew past and night turned to day as the asteroid enjoyed the company of Viking locals. Knowing it was time for the adventure to continue, the asteroid headed off along the banks. Feeling tired now from trying to keep up with the energetic locals, Unst the asteroid needed a nap. Geordie had no idea what was in the back of his pickup as he headed to work. Halfway there, the strange behaviour of the Bonksies stopped him in his tracks. The asteroid awoke. In typical Unst fashion, Geordie was happy to have helped out the secret hitchhiker. It seemed the Bonksy had been looking for the asteroid for a few days, since they'd seen the asteroid flying towards the ferry. Right away, they were good friends. The Bonksy decided to teach the asteroid all about peat. In Unst, folk still cut peat in the traditional way. They head to their peat banks with a tushka in hand to cast and stack the peat in summer, ready for heating their homes in winter. This is hard work, and after a while, a break and a cup of tea is always needed. As time travelled past them, the asteroid was suddenly alarmed. They were going to miss their rocket home. But there was no need to worry. The Bonksy had a plan. He was going to fly the asteroid all the way to Lamennais to catch the rocket home from the Saxavord spaceport. It had been such an incredible adventure. The asteroid had learned about traditional music, visited historic sites, met local people and wildlife, learned traditional skills, visited beautiful locations, and made some real friends. They wondered if they would ever be able to come back. Boarding the ship, the asteroid suddenly realised that just as their friends could gaze up at the beautiful clear Unst skies towards the asteroid belt, they too could gaze back down at the beauty of Unst. The unique experiences and friendships created on the island above all others would carry on through light years. And remember, asteroid number 39445 Unst really does exist in the asteroid belt. Check it out.